What's up, family? We need to go ahead and talk about these double Social Security monthly payments that just went out last week, and I want to make sure that you receive yours. I believe there were somewhere around $1,900. But before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick because this is a warning message. Depending on where you live, about 40 million people are at risk today through the middle of this week because of some potential tornadoes. We saw where those tornadoes created ravage in the Nebraska, Iowa areas, as well as Texas last week or so. And those things appear to be coming back again. As you can see right here, this says, that 40 million people are at risk of severe storms, some intense tornadoes, possibly today, guys. And you need to be aware of this just in case you live in one of these particular areas. A significant severe storm outbreak is forecasted for the Plains, Central United States, and Ohio River Valley during the Monday through Wednesday time frame. Storms could spawn intense tornadoes, according to the National Weather Service, and they are warning you right now to be prepared of potential heavy winds, large and damaging hail, as well as some flooding. Here in Texas, we had some huge flooding that happened late on Saturday night throughout the early morning, in which I believe one child ended up losing their lives. They ended up getting washed away in those floods. So again, this is just a warning message to those of you in these particular areas, especially the Gulf of Mexico, spreading across much of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska. The presence of these strong winds will help trigger potential thunderstorms as well as potential tornadoes. So anyways, guys, I at least wanted to give you that information. You can obviously get online and Google that information as well as watch your local news. You need to be aware of this. You need to prepare for this for potential, because you never know when one of these things might strike in your particular areas. I will keep all of you in my prayers in the meantime. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about these Social Security payments, in which it says right here that Americans are receiving $1,900 in checks as the government continues to send out double monthly payments. As you can see, this article came out a couple of days ago, and I wanted to at least make sure that if you were eligible to receive one of these, that you did receive it last week. Social Security recipients will get $1,900 payments on May the 3rd, and many could expect a double payment on Friday of last week. Yes, the payments for May are underway from the Social Security Administration for retirees and people living with disabilities. The first payment went out on May the 1st, and all Supplemental Security Income or SSI recipients, they receive their payments 2 days later on Friday. Now, this particular payment is specifically for Social Security recipients who started getting their benefits before May of 1997. But again, the rest of the beneficiaries will have to wait for the later date this month of May, depending on your birthday. I don't necessarily want to go into all of those particular payments according to your birthday, because you are probably already aware of them, but I at least wanted to let you know that multiple payments have already gone out this month of May, specifically last week, guys, on May the 1st, and then on Friday the second payments came out, and for some individuals they were able to receive two payments, double payments. And guys, or were you eligible for one of those or double payments? If so, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to get your thoughts on this, but at least wanted to make sure that you were aware of this. And then, like I said, other recipients who started receiving their benefits after that 1997 date, you will be receiving your payment later on this month, depending on your date of birth. So obviously you can go to the Social Security Administration's website to get more information on that. You can find out specifically what date, because on there they have the actual calendar, and all you have to know is your date of birth, and you can figure out and determine when your particular monthly payment or your monthly check is going to arrive for you or one of your loved ones. So definitely check that out as well. But moving on, guys, there is a little bit of concern in regards to Americans not necessarily having enough money for retirement, not enough savings according to their age. Depending on what age you are, you can potentially start receiving your Social Security retirement check at the age of 62 years old, or you can actually hold off through the year of 67 and a half, I believe. And then Congress right now is trying to pass retirement and move it all the way back to the age of 70 years old. But we won't let them do it, guys. We will not let them do that. But anyways, this particular article talks about how much the average American has in their retirement savings account by their age. Check this out right here, where it says that while many Americans want to retire comfortably, it's a goal that may seem a little bit out of reach for some individuals that are struggling right now to just save money before they actually retire. Now, this information is according to the recent AARP survey, which says that about 1 in 4 U.S. adults age 50 and older say that they never expect to retire, and 70% are concerned about the price increases that are going faster than their income is going up. You guys know what I'm talking about, all because of the inflation. But anyways, according to Go Banking Rate Study, this particular example found that you need about $1.1 million to fund a 25-year retirement plan in Miami, Florida. And if you compare that to the area of McAllen, Texas, you only need about $570,000. Now, this is all based on the annual cost of living for groceries, housing, utilities, transportation, and healthcare costs. And one way to benchmark your savings is to see how much or how you compare it with others in your age range. Although Edward Jones points out that it won't tell you how close you are to that particular goal. Now, the relevant data point isn't what others your age have saved, but how much money you need to save for yourself. The answer depends almost entirely on you, your habits, your spending, and your plans for later on in life. How long do you plan on living? Depending on if you have some type of elements that could be a concern for you or either a loved one. But anyways, according to the data from the Federal Reserve's most recent survey, it indicates that the median retirement savings account balance for all U.S. families stands at around $87,000. Now, this is well below the median amounts for individuals categorized by their age. Take a look at this particular chart right here. This shows you the median retirement savings amount for these particular age groups. As you can see, under the age of 35 years old, the median retirement savings is around $18,000. And then if the age range between 45 and 54 years old, it is around $115,000. And then for those individuals that are 75 years or older, it is only $130,000 as a median retirement savings amount in their savings account. So anyways, guys, that is really shocking, guys. And frankly, it is really not enough money if you think about it. But anyways, as we look to something a little bit different, because again, that was for the median retirement savings account. But then if we scroll down here, we see something a little bit different, guys. This says that the average retirement savings account balance for all families is much higher than that, which is sitting at around close to $334,000. Since the wealthiest households tend to drive the average up a little bit, this also applies to individual account balances as it illustrated in this particular table right here. Check this out. This is for the age range as well as the average retirement savings, not the median, but the average. So anyways, guys, under 35 years old is sitting at around $50,000. Between the ages of 45 and 54 years old, it is around $313,000. And then if you look at for those individuals that are over the age of 75 years old, it is sitting almost close to $500,000, sitting at around $462,000 as the average retirement savings. Now, again, according to that survey, for those individuals that want to retire in the Miami, Florida area, they are saying that you need at least $1.1 million. And looking at these average retirement savings savings, it is still only halfway there. But looking at McAllen, Texas, which is close to where I reside, this might be enough money, because it says that you need about $500,000 for McAllen, Texas. And this right here says that 75 years or older tend to have around $462,000. So almost there if you think about it. But anyways, guys, this is just something to not necessarily get you sad about it or necessarily tell you that you are doing bad or you are not necessarily going to have enough money to retire. This is just giving you something to think about, especially for those individuals that have not retired as of yet. You need to be concerned if your data or your amount of money that you have in your savings account is looking similar to that particular table. Either one of those tables, guys, but this is just somewhere to give you a benchmark of where you sit at right now and whether or not you need to go ahead and work a little bit longer to make some more money to put into your retirement account, because you never know, guys. Things could continuously go up, as you have already seen. Prices, inflation are still going up right now. The price of goods and services, as well as items at our grocery stores, those continue to go up as well. And then you also, if you still live in a home, you have to think about property taxes, which once you get over the certain age limit, the property taxes doesn't necessarily go up. You actually get a discount for that. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that. But think about things like the insurance on your home as well. That continues to go up, especially if you live in one of those particular areas that has to deal with these massive hurricanes like Florida, for example. So anyways, guys, you need to be mindful of that, because you never know. You need to prepare for the worst. So you might have to work a little bit longer before you decide to retire before the age of 62 years old. But anyways, guys, like I said, this is just giving you a little bit of a benchmark to tell you exactly where you sit and what you potentially need to do. And you might want to also think about where you might want to move for retirement. If you live in the Miami, Florida area, which is saying that you need around $1.1 million and you don't necessarily have that amount, you might want to think about moving to Texas. It's much cheaper here, and we would love to have you. If you decide to move to Texas, comment down below and let me know, guys. I would love to reach out to you and give you the first opportunity to make a new friend in the state of Texas. But anyways, guys, last but not least, guys, I do have another article that is talking about one particular idea or a potential solution for America's people in regards to the retirement crisis. Yes, as you can see right here, this is a solution that was introduced by Bill Ackman, which is a famous, well-known hedge fund manager. Not necessarily if you're familiar with him, but anyways, he had a particular solution, and I want to get your thoughts on this, guys. Take a look at this right here. It says that Bill Ackman has a solution for America's retirement crisis. He says that the government should give around $7,000 to every baby that is born in America. That is very interesting if you think about it. But let's just see what he has to say. It says that, look, they say that the best time to start investing was yesterday, or when the baby is born, or actually before the baby is born. And what if you could harness the power of compounding interest even before you understood it or knew what a retirement account was? Billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman once proposed a creative solution to the U.S. retirement crisis. He said, give every child that's born in America a $7,000 investment account. According to Jeff Bezos, he also told his siblings to invest $10,000 in a startup called Amazon, and now their stake is worth over $1 billion. I wish he would have told me, because I would have done the same thing as well. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that that is a good idea? Do you think that the government should do something like this? Or you think that parents should invest $7,000 up front when the baby is born and just leave it there and just allow it to accrue a compound interest over the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years before retirement? And individuals could have well over $1 million by the time that they reach retirement age. What do you think about that idea? I think it is a great idea, but whether or not you believe that the parents should do it or you think that the government should do it instead. And then that way the government has not to do anything later on in regards to helping the American people out. Let me know what you think about this. I would love to get your thoughts on this or your opinion. Comment down below, as well as hit the like button. I would love to get your thoughts on that. Outside of all that, don't forget, please, to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow on YouTube. Outside of all that, I hope to see you guys on the next video.